Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name's Janelle. I'm so happy to have you here. Today I'm back with a new video, and I actually asked you guys on my Instagram if you guys wanted to see like an in-depth spring clothing haul or a makeup tutorial, and it was literally 50-50. So I figured I would go ahead and do the makeup tutorial. Also because I still have like some clothing that I ordered online that hasn't even gotten here yet. So I figured I could do the clothing haul once I have like all of my spring clothing. I've been doing so much shopping lately, so I do really want to film that, but I haven't sat down and filmed a makeup tutorial in a good minute. So I came up with this look here, just a super fresh spring look. In this video, I am going to be trying out some new products. I'm going to give you guys my first impressions on some new foundation, shadows, all of that. And then also some products in here I have used once or twice, but I've never used on camera, and I've never like actually taken my time and kind of gathered my thoughts on them. So you guys will definitely be seeing a lot of new stuff. If you guys are interested in seeing how I got this super springy, fresh look, then definitely keep on watching. Before you go anywhere though, don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell if you want to be notified every Wednesday when I do upload. I'm seriously so happy that you clicked on this video and that you're here. Alright guys, so without further ado and rambling, let's jump into this spring colorful glam look. Let's start with face, just because I don't feel like my makeup will be too intense today. I definitely want to do more of a spring glowy look. Today I'm going to be trying out the Huda Beauty foundation. I am like so excited about this. I've heard so many great things about it, and I do hear that it's very full coverage. So I'm going to apply it with my Morphe Beauty Sponge. So I've been trying out like, ooh, it's definitely very yellow. I figured since this was like 330N that it would be more neutral and not full so yellow, just because I do have more of like an olive undertone. So I don't like my foundations too yellow, but I obviously don't want them pink. I just want it to have a nice neutral undertone. I swear, as soon as I finish filming this, I'll wipe off all my makeup and go lay out in the sun and get a tan. It's not even pale, but I always tell people, like, I feel like when I don't have a tan, I don't get obviously like pink or super white, but since I'm more olive skin tone, it's almost like my skin loses that like golden glow and I just look like a cardboard box. Like, that's the best way to describe my skin tone when I have not seen the sun in ages. I just look like a sick cardboard box. My skin is honestly full of texture right now. I have like a bunch of little bumps everywhere, so to be honest, I'm not really happy with how any foundation is sitting on my skin right now. But I think it looks nice. But I will let you guys know in my next video like how I end up liking the foundation. I'm normally not into like a super full coverage foundation just because I normally layer like concealer, powders, and all of that. But I'm not mad at it. If I wanted full coverage, I think this would be a good one. And it dries down pretty matte. Like, it's not really tacky at all. Moving on, I picked up one of the Anastasia stick foundations in the shade Truffle. And I figured I could use this or try it out for cream contouring. Normally my favorite cream contour stick is the Wet n Wild one, but I wanted to give this one a try just because they seem super smooth and buttery. I think I got it a little bit too dark, but we can make this work. Oh my gosh. This is so dark. This is insane. I got this way too dark. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. So I'm gonna put my concealer. This is the Born This Way. I've used this plenty of times. I'm gonna put this down the center and on the sides. This is one of my favorite brushes for blending out cream contouring. It's my Sephora foundation brush. Spray it with some Fix Plus. Alright, so you guys saw how dark that contour was, but look how easily it's blending. I'm not mad at it. I feel like as long as I just use a little, I can make it work. Well, 10 years later, after trying to fix that nose contour, I'm gonna go ahead and brighten up my under eyes using the Born This Way concealer. I've used this a ton of times, and I just think this is such a pretty under eye concealer because you get that coverage, but it's not heavy, it's not cakey, it's not too matte. It's just so pretty. So surprisingly, to like help buff out the concealer, I'm gonna take more of that contour stick. This time I'm gonna pick it up on my brush first, and then I'll lightly just buff it on my cheek. just to kind of warm it up some more. So now to set my whole face, I'm going in with my Laura Mercier transparent powder. I go back and forth with this powder. Sometimes I really like it. Sometimes it just like doesn't work. I feel like my skin goes through phases with it. And I'm just setting it in my skin with a powder puff. Alright, so now I'm gonna bronze up my skin and then I'll bake my under eyes. So today I'm actually gonna be using a new bronzer. I'm gonna be using the Spring Bling highlighter powder by MAC Cosmetics. And I've actually been loving this for bronzer, and I've been loving this as like my all over crease color. So it's not as like warm or orangey as my Give Me Sun bronzer. It has a little bit of warmth, but it has a little more of like a red base to it. It looks so good. It doesn't go on streaky at all. It's so finely milled, so pretty. Oh shoot, I put a little bit too much there. So seeing this on the skin, you can clearly see it's a bronzer. And then it's so weird because even as a bronzer on the skin, this has absolutely no shimmer in it whatsoever. So I don't know why they called this a highlighting powder. It drives me crazy. I'm like, MAC, you're doing this to yourself. You're like opening doors to get terrible reviews because you're mislabeling your product. And then there's like another pink one in the collection. That one is beautiful as a blush or even like a blush topper. So many people have not been liking it because, again, I feel like it's just mislabeled. But if you like change how you use it, it's good. Just don't try to use any of the powders in the Boom 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 collection as a highlighter or you'll be highly disappointed. It is really pigmented, so I feel like I should have gotten way less product, but once I bake my under eyes, it'll kind of like pull back some of that bronzer. I'm gonna be baking my under eyes using my Laura Mercier translucent. And when I wipe away the bake underneath of my bronzer, I just like blending it up here. That way there's no harsh edges down here and like up here. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the bake under my under eyes, so that way while I do my shadow, it'll like catch any fallout. So for shadows today, I'm gonna be playing with my Morphe 35M palette. I picked this up probably like maybe a month ago and maybe 2 months ago. And I've used it a couple times, but I haven't actually like done a tutorial on camera. And I just think the colors are very colorful and pretty and just perfect for spring and summer. I feel like I want to play with more of like the pinky tones. Maybe I'll throw in like a splash of like orange or something like that. And I might also dip into my MAC Art Library palette. This is in the one called It's Designer, I believe. These I find you have to build them up more, but they blend amazing and like with zero effort. I recently found this in my drawer. This is my Profusion Mixed Metals like palette. It's like peachy spring colors. They just look so pretty. So I might dip into this maybe for just like a couple of transition colors. So I love the brushes that always come in like the Profusion palettes. So I'm gonna take that brush and I'm gonna take the shade Ecstatic. So I'm just gonna buff this back and forth in my crease. This is one thing with Profusion palettes is their shades aren't always the most pigmented, but they do blend pretty good. I'm telling you, because these palettes are normally so cheap. I'm pretty sure this whole kit was less than $10. Next, I'm taking this Vibrant Orange in the Morphe palette and I'm gonna put that a little bit lower. I'm gonna take it with the same brush, just using more of like the tip of it and just lightly tapping it. Next, I'm gonna take this Ruby color in the palette and put that a little bit deeper in the crease. And this time I'll take it with a Morphe M433. Any smaller blending brush will work. And I always like angling it up like that first, just kind of stamping it. And I normally like stamping both sides. That way most of the product gets off of my brush. And whatever's left, I just blend up into the crease. To brighten up the look a little bit more, I'm going to take this color in the MAC Art Library palette. And I'm just going to kind of stamp it on top of the pinks over here. Just to give it a little bit more of a pop. And I actually do really enjoy this color when I do want to do bolder looks, just because like I said, you can build up the pigment if you want, but they are so easy to blend. It's insane. First, I thought I wanted this look to be more monochromatic and just do like a icy pink lid color, but I don't think I want to do that anymore. I think I want to make it more like orange on the lid. Alright, so to do that, I'm going to take this color in the palette. It's just such a beautiful, like, shimmery orange color. Before I do that, I do want to cut my crease. So I'm just taking a little bit of my P. Louise eyeshadow base with a MAC 252. So now going in with that orange shimmer color in the Morphe. Spray it with Fix Plus. Add it in the center. Over top of where I packed it, I'm going to go ahead and pack some more with my finger, because I feel like it helps give it more of a sparkle. Like, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it literally has like these green small sparkles in it that make it look gorgeous. To tie in some of that green sparkle, I'm going to take this color in the MAC It's Designer palette. This is literally like a green gold, and I'm going to put that toward the front of my eye, and I just feel like it'll really tie it all together. I'm flipping my brush back over to blend the two together. I don't know if you guys can see how pretty that looks. And then to deepen up my crease a little bit more, I'm going to take this dark eggplant purple, just stamping it. Into the Profusion Mixed Metals palette, I'll take this color and use it as my inner corner highlight. Ooh, this is so bright and pigmented. I'm telling you, I don't know how Profusion does it. So now I can finally wipe away this bake under my eyes. And after I do like my upper eyeshadow, I always like taking a little bit more powder and then just redefining this one more time, just so that it's nice and crisp. And then I'll just wipe it away again. Taking a little bit of that same transparent powder, I'm just gonna highlight under my eyebrow. Taking the same two colors I used to highlight the inner corner, I'm gonna use that under my brow bone, just at the way top. Brighten it up a little, but again, I don't want drawing too much attention to my brow bone since it is so intense. For my lower lashes, I'm pretty much gonna mimic exactly what I did on my upper lid. So I'm just gonna take this orange first and buff that out. With a flat definer brush, I'm going to take the two maroon colors and use that closer to my lash line. And for liner, I'm not sure if I've talked about these or used them on camera yet, but I have been loving these ColourPop gel pencils lately. They are just so pretty and so pigmented. I'm going to take this one in the shade No Shame. It's like a dark eggplant purple. I'm going to use that in my waterline. I'm going to tightline my eye with it. And I'm also going to put it very close to my lash line. For blush, I'm going to be using Modern Mandarin by MAC. It's just a gorgeous orangey blush color. And for highlight, I'm going to try out this one in the Profusion palette called Star Coral. It is very golden and bright. It might be a little bit too dark for me right now, but I'm going to try with a little. I love Profusion highlights. They are so pigmented. Does it not look? It does look pretty. I might layer. Oh yeah, that is pretty. I'm gonna layer my MAC Hyper Real highlighter palette, the rose gold one, on top. I'm just gonna take the middle color and just put it over top so it's not too dark. For lashes today, I'm going to use my Amazon ones. A bunch of you guys asked me what lashes I had on in my last video, so I am going to link them down below once again. They're so cheap. They remind me a lot of the Miami lashes. They're just a little bit less full, but you get the same effect, and it's like $6 for 3 pairs. For lipstick, I'm going to line my lips with MAC Half Red Lip Pencil. For lipstick, I'm going to take the color Wagasa Twirl by MAC. This was in the Boom Boom Bloom collection. It's such a pretty pink, and I have been loving using this lipstick lately. And I'm going to top it off with MAC Snob Lip Gloss. And last, to just give the eyes a little bit more of a pop, I'm going to take this MAC Dazzle Shadow in Blinking Brilliant. It's just such a pretty, like, orangey gold. Wipe off pretty much everything that's on the applicator, and I'm just gonna lightly kind of stamp it more toward the center of my eye. and then lightly fade it toward the front. Alright guys, so that wraps it up for this video. This is the finished look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed hanging out with me, getting to see products for like the first time on camera, kind of getting my first impression on products. And I hope that you guys enjoyed seeing me create this look. I had literally so much fun. Like, I haven't played with this much makeup in so long. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Definitely don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell if you want to be notified every Wednesday when I upload. Also, let me know if you guys are interested in doing like an in-depth spring clothing haul for my next video. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. I think I got everything on the checklist, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!